Good day, everyone. We are math majors, and today we're excited to present our P3 group project. Our topic centers on assessment in learning, focusing on three main types: process based, product based, and authentic assessments. Future educators know we know that mathematics can sometimes be seen as a difficult or abstract subject. That's why it's important to use various assessment types that help students understand math more deeply, express what they know in different ways, and connect what they learn to real life experiences. Through this presentation, we will show how each type of assessment can help students not only master mathematical concepts but also enjoy and appreciate the value of math in their daily lives.
Our first activity focuses on a process based assessment titled Solving Quadratic Equations. In this activity, students are asked to solve different quadratic equations using various methods such as factoring, completing the square, and using the quadratic formula. Instead of simply checking if the final answer is correct, the teacher carefully observes how students approach each step, identifying the coefficients, transforming the equation into standard form, and correctly substituting values into formulas. The goal is to assess how well students understand the process of problem solving, not just the accuracy of their final solution.
This activity strengthens students' logical thinking and step-by-step reasoning. It encourages them to analyze, check, and explain each move, which develops a deeper understanding of mathematical concept. It also allows teachers to identify where a student might struggle, whether it's in simplifying expression, handling signs, or applying the right formula.
However, this type of assessment can be time consuming since each student may use a different method or take a different amount of time to finish. It also requires close teacher supervision to monitor each student's process fairly.
We learned that process-based assessment are valuable because they emphasize how students think, not just what they answer. So through this activity, we realized that every mistake is part of our learning process. It shows where understanding can grow. So solving quadratic equations step by step trains students to be organized, patient, and analytical thinkers.
For our second type, we chose a product-based assessment called Create a Pythagorean Theorem poster. In this task, students work individually or in pairs to design a creative poster explaining the Pythagorean theorem. The poster should include the formula, labeled diagrams of right triangles, solved examples, and at least one real-life application such as measuring heights, building ramps, or creating triangular supports. The final poster becomes the product that demonstrates their understanding and creativity.
This activity combines art and mathematics. It encourages students to visualize geometric relationships and to explain mathematical ideas in their own words and designs. It also gives them a sense of ownership and pride in their work, especially when their posters are displayed in the classroom.
On the other hand, some students may find it challenging if they have limited art materials or lack confidence in drawing. The teacher must focus on content accuracy and explanation, not just artistic quality. Time management is also important to ensure that all students can complete their poster.
We learned that product-based assessments encourage students to show what they've learned in creative and meaningful ways. This activity reminded us that mathematics is not limited to numbers and formulas. It can also be expressed through visuals and design. Students become more engaged and confident when they create something they can be proud of.
Our third activity is an authentic assessment entitled Measure It Right. In this task, students will measure real objects found inside a classroom. For example, the whiteboard, the classroom door, a table, or the teacher's desk. Using a ruler or tape measure, after gathering the measurements, they will compute the area and perimeter of each object. This activity mirror real-life applications of measurement, helping students understand that the math they learn can be applied anywhere, even in their own classroom.
This activity is its practical and hands-on nature. Students actively engage with their environment and immediately see how numbers relate to real objects. It also promotes teamwork and communication as they discuss how to measure correctly and record data accurately.
While the limitation may include the necessary for measuring tools such as rulers and the measuring tapes, and the challenge of managing classroom space where multiple of groups are working at once. Some measurement may not be exact, which could affect the accuracy of their competitions.
We learned that authentic assessment is a powerful way to connect classroom learning to the real world. Students gain confidence in using math beyond textbooks. They begin to understand that measuring, estimating, and calculating are valuable skills used in everyday life. It proves that math truly exists everywhere.
In conclusion, our three activities, which are solving quadratic equations, creating a Pythagorean theorem poster, and measuring classroom objects, show how different assessment types serve unique purposes in learning mathematics.